There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you pull up on me, by George. I'll show you how it's done.
So you can only stream on 10. I wonder if there's any other streaming programs where you can like
And
unlimited maybe if you
yeah, I
want.
mean, you can get. Well, I have OBS set up, but you got to set up all your zooms and all that, and I ain't paying for all that crap. Now,
Oh, okay.
if I'm doing the podcast by myself, I will use OBS, and
Okay.
OBS is actually a lot easier than anything else. You know, to put the stream keys and whatever case may be, whatever designations you want to put in there, but they want you to not OBS, but you have to download this app. You got to download that app. You got to.
Oh, okay.
It's a headache, man. It is, but I love OBS because I don't have to worry about downloading videos. I
Really?
can just, yeah, nope, just go in there and prop them, add them to the whole screen, add the designation, do the microphone, or well, I say the microphone, you know, as far as the voice and stuff like that. The audio, excuse me, I'll get it out sooner or later, but the audio and stuff, and it's just a lot. It's a lot more simpler. It is.
Well, I may learn that eventually, but I'll stick to my StreamYard and doing the few
Yeah,
platforms.
yeah. I mean, like I said, if you, I have worked on trying to get OBS set up for many years, folks. I'm not a
Hmm.
gamer, so I'm just going to spit out right here as far as my knowledge of it. The
Right.
tutorials are good, but there's some of them goes in to more in depth and stuff like that, and but they just don't come right out and just say, "Hey, this is how you do it." Blam, bam, bam. And I need to make a video and do it, put it up over on all platforms because a lot of people that use OBS, they want to use OBS. Some people don't like OBS. Okay, I don't care. It's whatever you want to do, boo boo. But anyway, when I finally got it online and I done my first podcast over
Hmm.
on OBS, I'm like, man, this is so much simpler, you know. It really was. I mean, nothing to get StreamYard or Restream, nothing like that. It's just, you know, you're kind of at the mercy of all streaming
I gotcha.
apps, you know. So
Yeah, I
it
think
just
so.
makes it a lot easier, and it is. It's yeah, you know,
Well, tonight we got StreamYard and
we do.
that will work. Hey, Miss Ritchie, how are you? Hey, Rob.
Oh, Robbie in here. I'm gonna call you Robbie. Hey, Robbie.
Yeah, he's on his lunch right now.
Okay, well, good deal. Anywho, but yeah, tonight's episode is called Indictments. Hmm.
Mm. Who could it be?
Uh,
Who?
there's- well, we ain't gonna get to it right yet because we got more things to cover. I don't know. Are you in a rush? Because I'm not in no hurry.
No,
I'm
it's
just
just a dialogue of saying, I wonder who it could be. That's
yeah.
what it is.
All right. So we're gonna cover a little bit of the Iran stuff. But before we do this, we cannot remember if we played this video last night because usually I delete the videos once I play them. So this goes back to yesterday. Mark Wayne Mullen from Oklahoma is trying to become the next DHS
Yep.
secretary or director, I should say. And Raghead from Kentucky that never
Wow.
votes with the Republicans for nothing, Rand Paul.
Calling
Oh
me a
God.
liar. Sir, I think everybody in this room knows that I'm very blunt and direct to the point, and if I have something to say, I'll say it directly to your face. If you recall, back in my House days, we actually did have this conversation because of remarks that I've made. You were in a room. I simply addressed that I said I could understand because of the behavior you were having, that I could understand why the neighbor did what he did. As far as my terms of the snake in the grass, sir, I work around this room to try to fix problems. I've worked with many people in this room. Seems like you fight Republicans more than you work with us. I did address those remarks. I did explain your gimmicks by the amendment you put forth. And as far as me saying that I invoke violence, I don't. I don't think anybody should be hit by surprise. I don't like that. But if I do have something to say, everybody in this room knows I'll come straight to you. I'll say it publicly and I'll say it privately, but I'll never say it behind your back. So for you to say, I'm a liar, sir, that's not accurate. And I got proof to say that because you have spent millions of dollars in my campaigns against me because we just don't get along. However, sir, that doesn't keep me at all from doing my job. I can have different opinions with everybody in this room, but as Secretary of Homeland, I'll be protecting everybody, including Kentucky, as much as I will my own backyard in Oklahoma. It's bigger than the partisan bickering that we have. It's bigger than the political differences we have. The truth is, I have a job to do, and I don't like to fail at anything at all. So I can set it aside if you're willing to set it aside.
Anyway, so if we played that last night, it's a damn good thing we're playing it again because I cannot stand Rand Paul.
Oh, I can't either. He's a rhino. Huge.
And he doesn't like the people in Kentucky. He don't even like you, the American people. You know, he goes on all these he goes on all these mainstream medias, you know, and bitches and moans and spits out a bunch of nonsense that anyway, it is what it
That
is.
was fire, though. I love his directness, and I don't know. There's something about him spiritually for me that you can trust. You know, not Rand
Well,
Paul.
yeah, well, I mean, be careful. I mean, I don't trust any one of them, you know, because they're part of the swamp. You know,
There are some good ones, though. Not everyone is bad. Some of them do want to do well. In his history, if you look at his history, he's done very well for the people that he represents. Um, and
yep.
he's done a lot.
And he has, but I mean, this is my thing about it. You know, one or two people who are
Mhm.
supposedly good people, you know,
Right.
they can't change really anything.
No.
You know, they're trying though. They try, and that's what I give where credit's due. That's you got to give
Right.
credit. You know. All right, so for the people, you panicking.
You need a T-shirt made that says "Panikins," or make a
No,
video "Panikins."
I'm sure there's probably some out there. I don't know as far as T-shirts, but hey, Tony Mitchell, if you're listening, make one that says, "I don't know why you gotta be such a panicking," you know. But yeah, anyway, all right. So we got the deal going on, and now I run. I'm going to run. I run. You know. All right. So President Trump was asked today in the Oval Office. Well, not the Oval Office, but anyway, I don't know where he was at, but he's right there with the Prime Minister of
Mhm.
Japan.
Right.
Anyway, he was asked, well, Trump on Iran. Iran. Is it Iran or Iran?
I
It's
call it
Iran,
Iran.
right?
I call it
Okay.
Iran.
Okay. I'm
That's what
just
I
going to
call it.
say Iran, you know, Iran, you know. If you're going to worry about the boots on the ground, now I still have questions about the ones who got killed there in Iran, as far as when the first initial attack happened.
Mhm.
Were those 6? I know they were service members, no doubt about that one. But did they hit a base close to there, or I haven't heard any details or seen any details. Have you? On
I've
that?
seen some videos, but I can't prove that is that base. I have seen a base getting hit on Telegram, there's some good info over there. People who actually live in that country, work in the country, and they're posting videos. But it is a military base. It is American soldiers, and you see um, the base getting hit. I just can't,
Well,
you know.
if it's the one in Iraq, no, Kuwait. If it's the one in Kuwait, that is actually it did get hit. So,
Okay,
so I'm on. I don't know. There's no details been put out there yet about what
why and
actually
how?
happened. Yeah.
Right,
But
right.
anyway, I'm not putting any troops anywhere. Okay.
Intend to lift sanctions on Iranian oil, and do you intend to potentially put U.S. troops or more troops in the region?
No, I'm not putting troops anywhere. If I were, I certainly wouldn't tell you. But I'm not putting troops, and we will do whatever is necessary.
All right. So you just got to take him at his word. You know, that's all we can do. So, anyhow, everything okay over there?
Yes, I took a drink and it went down the wrong way. So I was,
Uh,
thank you. I didn't want everybody to hear me coughing. So I was like, I'll just sit over here and gag to death
okay.
live.
Okay. Hang on. Miss Rich is asking, what is a panicking?
Oh, please
I
do.
really, I really don't know. A panicking is someone like Alex Jones right now, Tucker Carlson, Megyn Kelly, Steve Bannon, because they all panicking, feeding you bad information because they know somebody got busted.
Yep.
Someone got busted.
Oh, JoJo.
Oh, Joey. Oh, Joey got busted. But we're not going to go there yet. But Joey got busted. I'll
Yep.
just leave it. I'll just leave it just like that for right now because yeah. Oh, okay. But they are. That's what a panicking is. I mean, they're trying to discourage you. Why am I getting feedback? Have you got me opened up on one of your apps?
No, I don't have any app on.
Okay. Maybe it could be me. Shit, I don't know. Let me
Mm-mm.
see. I'm paused over here, paused over there. Okay, paused over there. Okay. Anyway, with that saying, but yeah, yeah, but y'all don't hear it. I can hear it in my headphones. I think it's actually these Bluetooth
It's a
headphones
different,
that I have. I
it's a
think it's.
different set, right?
It
Okay, that's
is.
probably what it is.
Yeah, my other one, my daggum earpiece fell off right before the
Oh,
podcast started.
it
Yeah, that's
did.
what
It did.
it did. It did fall off. But anyway,
Mm.
but yeah, I mean, but yeah, we gonna get there, folks. You just gotta stay with me. But you know, there was a special lady there at the Oval White House. At the White
Mhm.
House. Just say the White House. Uh and I ain't gonna play that one yet. I gotta go here. Wow. The Chinese Prime Minister just stunned the world, declaring President Trump can achieve peace. She did. But there's gonna be a funny video here in a little while.
でも私は、世界の、繁栄とそして、平和に、貢献できる、世界中に、平和と繁栄をもたらせるのはドナルドだけだと思っています。
But even against such backdrop, I firmly believe that it is only you, Donald, who can achieve peace across the world.
I do too.
Okay, but and I do too. I mean, he's talked about this pretty much his whole adult life. I
Right.
will say,
Mhm.
but now you know she really like she really like our president. She really likes our she does. Yeah, She does. You know, the thing about it is she's actually not a politician either. You know, she's a drum. She used to be in a band. She was a drummer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she was a bad. Like I told Tim today at work. She was actually a badass drummer.
That's
She
awesome.
yeah, she was. She definitely was. Hmm. Shit. Well, I want to go here. I just want to. Nah. Let me see. Do I don't know. What do you think, Gil? I mean, what's your vibes on what's going on with the Strait of Hormuz? I think that's how you say it. That's how I say it anyway. And
Well, Iran said they were going to start charging, correct? They were going to start charging ships to come through. Um, if I read the article correctly. But go ahead and finish, and I'll give you my answer.
well, I mean, they're not going to allow the Americans to come through,
They're
but
trying to hurt us to where, yeah, products
but
and stuff.
but this is the thing. We don't have to have their oil. You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean,
hmm
we don't have to have it.
What
We
is
got
something
plenty.
that but don't we have to use that strait in order to, is it only specifically used for oil?
To ship to other countries. We have plenty right here of oil.
Right, but this war is not just about us, it's about all those surrounding countries. And if you look, the surrounding
Mhm,
countries know they're sitting back, they're being
mhm.
patient because they know what has to take place and they want it to take place. They're uneasy about it because it could go any way at this point. Um, don't forget the nations, they have outstanding relationship with Trump. So they're going to sit back and listen to what he has to say. Um, go ahead.
Okay, but yesterday you had all those other countries from NATO, and yes, Miss Ritchie, we don't need them. We have plenty of coal, oil, and natural gases. It's plentiful, and you're right. We don't need them. But this
We
is the
don't.
thing about it. This is the thing about it. This is called a strategy move.
Right.
Who's going to be with us if we go in there? Then you had all the NATO countries saying, "We ain't going in. We ain't helping you out," but they want you to help out for Ukraine.
Well, anytime a problem happens, USA is America polices everything, and we're always there to back them up. We're their
And
allies.
and we spent trillions of dollars and trillions of dollars over the decades, okay, to help these
Right.
countries out. And now they want to um, not help us, to help them. We're helping them. We're not helping ourselves. We're helping them.
Well, I think if it comes down to it, they will step in because the war will trickle over into those areas. And who are they going to want to stand by? And who do they want to be standing with?
Okay, there again. And you're right, because they want America, who is the superpower, by the way. Okay,
hmm
who is the superpower? It's not China, it's not Russia, it's America, because we're in all those countries with bases. Now, Iran, everybody you want to say it. We don't have a base over there, but we got one close to there in Kuwait, you know, and
hmm
in UK. But now they've all of a sudden came to the head saying, "Yep, we're gonna help. We're gonna send ships over there to help get the oil out, get the natural resources out, because you know why? Because they need it.
Yeah.
It's like Miss Richard just said, we don't need it. Go
No,
go
we
back
don't.
go back. I don't know how far you go back, Gail, on this, but Trump's first term. Okay,
Hmm.
Angela Merkel, Merkel from Germany.
Hmm.
They all met up, and she's like, "Well, we're gonna get our supplies, oil, natural gas from Russia." And he looked at her. He was sitting at a table and looked at her. Are you stupid or something? They can cut your lights and your power, all that off at one time.
True.
Yeah, it's Hitler. Yes, Hitler's daughter. Sure enough. Yep. So go look it up, folks. I ain't making it up. It's true. That's Angela Merkel is Hitler's daughter. So what happened in Cuba? Where did they get their supply from? Venezuela.
Right.
Well, Maduro got captured, and now he's in U.S. custody. And Cuba went lights out because they didn't have any oil. No resources, period. I'm just playing it for you folks. It's just plain and simple. You have to connect the dots. See who you
There's
bad hombres are.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of stuff
But
going
anyway,
on, I think, behind everything with Cuba that we just don't know about.
well, okay, this is the thing about it. You got Iran, you got Venezuela, you have Cuba,
Hmm. Right.
and you have Italy that said that they wasn't going to help out with the Straits of Hormuz. And they said, yep, we're going to help out. Why? It was in that video of the opening of our podcast. Show me. Talking about counting the ballots.
Right.
It's all about the 2020 election. All these countries were involved with interfering in our 2016, 2018, 2020, and 2024 elections.
Right.
And they're going to try to interfere with the 2026 midterms and the 2028. So he's kneecapping them. Trump's just he's walking the walk, talking the talk. Okay. So, but anyway, President Trump says he told Benjamin Netanyahu to stop bombing Iran's oil and natural gases. See, that's the thing about it. That kind of went underneath the radar because, see, Bibi is a sneaky little, whatever you want to call him. Okay.
Hmm.
We need your help. Well, don't you do this. Don't you? Trump was talking about this days ago. We're not going to mess with a certain place. I forget. Miss Richard, what's the name of the place over there in Iran? What's the name of that place? That little island. But before she spits up in there, I probably won't be able to say the name because it's not in English as far as, but anyway. He said, no, we're not going to mess with that. We're just going to leave it alone. Because he didn't want the people to go without. Baby and them, they hit that joker. Blew it up. But don't take my words for it.
Yeah, so Ed, we are seeing the defections at
hang on. That ain't it, dadgummit.
Blame them.
Thank you, Mr. President. Have you talked to Prime Minister Netanyahu about attacking the oil and gas fields?
Yeah, I did. I told him don't do that, and he won't do that. We didn't discuss. We do We're independent, we get along great. It's coordinated, but on occasion he'll do something, and if I don't like it, and so we're not doing that anymore.
Yeah. So anybody thinks that you're good. Anybody thinks that President Trump is being a puppet for Bibi Netanyahu? Get out of here. Just
So
get
far
out.
from
I
it.
mean, come on, really?
He has respect for him in his own way. But first and foremost, Trump's main goal and concern is America at the end of the day. Now we have to keep allies, guys. We have to have allies throughout the country.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be senseless. Think about it. Think about it if America did not even care about any other country and we would just solely only functioned with ourselves. It would be
But
total utter chaos. There would be no structure. Everybody would have any kind of weapons, nuclear weapons, all that stuff. So if you stand back and you think about it, this has to take place. It has to take place.
okay, well, I'm going to kind of disagree with you there. Okay. This has been going on since 1979. They've been chanting
Hmm.
"Death to America" and all that stuff. They've been killing Americans, held hostages for over 400 days there. Um, Barack Obama allowed our Navy, played the video, you know. I don't know. I ain't got it up here anymore, but I still have it. But of our Navy getting held hostage by the
Hmm.
Iranians. And but President Trump's like, no, and he's been talking about this for decades, folks. He's been talking about China. He's been talking about Iran. He's even talked a little bit about Israel, a little bit.
Hmm.
Uh, and yes, he is definitely saving Israel for last. Yeah, Richie, you know. And it's not what you think it is when you're saving Israel for last, because I wouldn't say that we police all the countries because we don't. Um, there's a lot of bad actors and they're exposing themselves. And yes, President Trump wants what's best for America. And this is the part that I disagree with you on it. I don't care about any other country. I only care about America. That's it. You know, I
Hmm.
don't. I we d- if we did not send our taxpayer, well, we don't send it. Congress sends our taxpayer money over to other countries to help them flourish, but they don't actually flourish because they're as corrupt as all get out. How does that happen? Their people there. It's not. Look at Venezuela. Look at Cuba. Look at Haiti, which Haiti is a territory of the United States of America. How much billions and would say, if not billions, if not trillions, that the Clintons and the Bushes and all them sent over there to Haiti? Why do I want my money going over? I don't want my money going there. I want my money going to y'all here for America. To build, we would not have to have any of our service members over in other countries if we did not have to try to police our government have tried to police other countries. You get what I'm saying?
In a perfect world, absolutely. But we don't live in a perfect world. We live in a world where we have more corruption within America to where that's why we have to police other countries because they've sold us out. They've
Yep.
completely sold America out at the end of the day.
Yeah, and just like the last comment Miss Richard just put in there said some of the people of Israel have hard hearts, but
Hmm.
this will last only until the full number of genocide or not genocide, Richie, you always put them long ass words in there. I can't say gentilities or something like that. Come to Christ. I forget how you say it.
Gentiles.
Gentiles. Thank you. Anyway, I can't read, folks. I'm just saying. Y'all think I can, but I can't. But but that's going to come in the last days, and I don't think we're in the last days yet. I don't believe we are, because they've been screaming that for decades. We're in the last days. When the last day is the day you take your last breath here on earth. That's it. They want to keep you in fear. Why? Because they can make money off of it. The word fear. So it is what it is. And I don't know how better else to put that, because there you go again with the panicking. They want to sit there and keep you in fear. So I end up playing that video. Gotta get rid of that. Let's see. But anyway, no, I ain't played this video yet. Haven't played it. But anyway, here we go. The Prime Minister of Japan.
Yeah, so Ed, we are seeing the defections at all levels as they're starting to sense what's going on with the regime. It doesn't get reported here in the U.S. very well, but we are trouncing them from the air, and the regime will probably collapse within itself. At Treasury, we've seen where they've wired their money out of the country. We're coming for that. We're going to get it back to the Iranian people.
Gonna give it back to the Iranian people. Scott Percent. Yeah, Scott Percent. Dude, he's jolly on the spot. And they're watching the skies. They have no airways whatsoever. They have no planes, no nothing.
No ships.
They ain't got nothing. Seen a video earlier over on X. The United States and other countries are already sending aid in truckers, in big trucks. That's already there in Iran.
Well, that's good. It needs to be.
Yeah, but the mainstream media is not bringing it up, and it's not. That was not AI. They just did not come from an Iranian TV. No, this came from the United States government.
Well, they're not going to speak on anything that, the news, the fake news. All they're going to do is push the narrative of how bad this is, how it shouldn't be, like they're doing with Joe Kent, Candace Owens. That's all they can. That's all they've got. That's all the Democrat Party has.
Right.
That's it.
But this is the thing about it. It's backfired on them. It has 100% backfired on the Democratic Party.
Yep.
Because of one little simple thing. No one here cares about what's going on over there. They care for the United States military. They do. Oh, well, what you got?
Yeah, sometimes you look at the...
Oh, my God, that ain't it. Shit. The producer messed up. Anyway, here you go. So here's the official numbers as of now.
Take a look at Google searches right now, because it just sort of reinforces that point. Americans, Google searches for Iran. Look at this. down 84% versus February 28th, when, of course, the current war started in Iran. And if you look back on Sunday, you look back yesterday, searches for the Academy Awards significantly higher, are talking about 3-4 times as high as searches for Iran in the United States of America. So at this point, outside of the situation in Iran perhaps affecting the U.S. economy, which, of course, is the number one issue, is what Americans are focusing on, I'm just not thinking that this is necessarily going to be the big political mover and shaker that you might expect, given that this has kind of been a pretty gosh darn big deal, at least globally speaking.
Two things. One thing, the Academy Oscars or Academy Awards, whatever, on this past Sunday,
Right.
they only had 17 million viewers. But it was, okay, I can see where it's the most searched, more than Iran. Dude, anyway. I'm just going to say ever how I want to say it, okay? That country's name. You know, I'm not a beauty queen. I ain't nothing like that. It's because of the Iraq, you know. Y'all remember that one? Dude. But no, we don't care. I don't care. I want it resolved. I want it bam, bam, bam. Just wipe that place out. Get the free living people who love their country, try to get them out, and then just wipe that place off the face of this earth. Because you know who made that place? The United States, the CIA.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's who made it. That's who brought the Ayatollah Khomeini in there. Yeah, showed him. But anyway, but for the panic and saying, oh, well, guess what? We're going to lose the midterms and we have lost. I played a video last night stating that because of John Brennan, I told y'all last night, John Brennan, when you see that ugly mug come up on the screen talking about Joe Kent, because we're going to get into the Joe Kent stuff, you know. They lost the MAGA base. No, we ain't done it. CNN has to show a poll. Has to show a poll number. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know, sometimes you look at the polling data and there are numbers that just jump off the screen at you, and this is one of those. Because just take a look here. MAGA GOP view of Trump. Approve 100%. 100%. If you are a member of MAGA in the GOP, you approve of Donald John Trump. 0% say that they disapprove. You don't have to be a mathematical genius to know you can't go higher than 100%. He is the 1972 Miami Dolphins.
But they don't believe in polls. But that's y'all's news outlet, Democrats, that you trust.
Mm-hmm. And it's just not the Democrats; it's the panicans that. Well, I hate to keep saying it, but it is what it is.
It's true. It's true. You're right. They do.
So,
but they'll try to argue this fact. They'll say, well, they're looking at the wrong things or this or that. But they'll approve of it when the narrative fits their agenda.
Right. But there again, like Gail said, for you Democrats, this is who you listen to. And they're telling you there's no pathway, zero pathway that the MAGA base is being divided. The only ones who are divided are the ones who said, hey, you big influencers, not all of you, but a majority of you, oh, I'm all for Trump. I'm going to vote for Trump. And now all of a sudden you just turn. Yeah, get out of it. Get out of here, that bull crap. Get on out. You know, I just, yeah, it's just, yeah, just proving it to you more and more, folks, that people are not who they say that they are, and people continue to listen to them. And basically, I'm going to keep saying, watch out who you listen to, you know.
Definitely. Definitely.
Oh, but this right here. Let me see. I just gotta go back and play this one. No, I ain't gonna play it. I ain't gonna play it. I'm gonna play this one because California is about to go red.
It is.
It's about to go red.
But these rigs have been dormant.
Yeah. Hang on.
But these rigs have been dormant for a decade till Friday when President Trump turned on the tap. Hollywood celebrities last year protested the reopening of a major oil pipeline.
It is. They'll tell lies up the kazoo in order to justify drilling for oil at a time when we shouldn't be doing that.
In 2015, the state effectively closed oil rigs off the Santa Barbara coast when a pipeline carrying the crude burst. The new owner repaired the pipe, but the state still opposes restarting production.
The Trump administration has no ground to stand on. The law is clear. These pipelines fall within California's jurisdiction.
But Friday, President Trump used his authority to override the state and reopen the pipeline.
We're going to fill up 6 million Californian consuming cars every month with our oil out of Sable offshore. And if that's not impactful to California, I don't know what is.
California oil production has dropped dramatically in recent decades, forcing dozens of refineries to close, leading the state to become more dependent on foreign oil. Nonetheless, Governor Gavin Newsom opposes the pipeline. California will not allow this desperate political stunt to put our coastal communities and environment at risk. So the 3 wells here are currently pumping out 50,000 barrels a day, enough to fuel hundreds of thousands of cars. But the state is going to challenge the administration in court, arguing that the pipeline is on state land. So, Brett, it could be up to a federal judge if the oil still flows. Back to you.
We'll follow that. William Lajeunesse, live in Santa Barbara. William, thanks.
Drill, baby, drill.
Oh, Jane Fonda had to crawl out of her hole, didn't she?
Dude, that woman right there, I tell you. I don't know how old she is, but be honest with you, I'm going to be honest. I thought she had actually already passed away. I did. So, no, I'm being serious. I actually did. So, yeah. Yeah, she's a hag. That daggone boy, I tell you. They want what's best for them, but not for you. You know, they get to fly on their private jets.
Yeah.
Tell you, oh, you got a bunch of daggone, the earth's going to flood. Really? Get out of here, that crap.
Well, they just want to give a sound bite. I mean, they're very, wealthy people, and they can never relate to middle class or poor people. Never. Hardworking Americans. They never. I mean, I'm not saying what they've done is not hardworking because I don't know their lifestyle, but I know there comes a point in time when you have so much money and you'll go into a store and you'll spend $5,000 on a purse. Okay. Just on a purse.
Yep.
You cannot ever, you are in a whole nother world of insanity, truthfully. You're not on level playing field with the American people. There's a small percentage of billionaires. There's a small percentage of people like that. So that's why it's easier for them to come out and run their mouth and say all these things about drilling or doing anything to make the American people better, because they don't understand it. They just don't.
There's one person I've never, Miss Richie may be able to correct me on this, but there's one billionaire that has, I don't think it's ever done that, and that's Warren Buffett.
Warren Buffett.
Yeah. He kind of, he speak, well, he really don't speak up at times, but he'll sell off a bunch of stock. Then that's when you
Right.
see the stock market's going to go down that day. Because he knows, hey, they're coming, but he's worth billions. But New York voters are now very furious that New York City is spending more pre-homeless person than the
For what?
media from the minimum income, which is $81,700 a year there in New York City.
Right.
So yeah, but anyway,
hey, let them live someplace
It'd be
else.
one thing if they were proving that spending all this money is helping the homeless population get off the streets and get back into work, but there's no sign of that. In fact, the homeless population is only growing in this city.
It's just a repeat of California, if you ask me. Except,
well, I mean,
let's, see where the money is. Let's see where, if it's really going to that.
it's a repeat of Minnesota too.
Absolutely.
So I mean, really, wow. New York City, y'all voted for that. We did not.
Yeah.
I can't vote we can't vote in your elections. So maybe we just need to take a plane flight up there and just go up there and vote.
You think they would let us? I mean, illegals get to.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a crack in the earth. It's between us and them. You're exactly right. You are exactly right on that, Miss Ricky.
Yeah.
100%. But let me see. Let me get down here. Okay. That saying, there was something that was very cool today that happened with President Trump and the Prime Minister. Yeah. Here you go.
We Japanese citizens.
Well, one thing you don't want to signal too much. When we go in, we went in very hard, and we didn't tell anybody about it because we wanted surprise. Who knows better about surprise than Japan? Okay? Why didn't you tell me about Pearl Harbor? Okay? Right? He's asking me, no, you believe in surprise, I think much more so than us. And we had to surprise him, and we did.
He's not lying.
But what did y'all gather on that one, folks?
You think? Oh, she's cute. I think he was calling them out on it. Truthfully.
Yeah. See, we don't tell secrets.
Mm-hmm.
President Trump's administration, well, it's according if you Joe Kent, or some other people. We don't tell who we're going to strike. Okay.
No. Unless those are in the security meetings and they're moles.
Yeah, but go back and listen again, and I'll stop it once it gets there.
We Japanese citizens.
Well, one thing you don't want to signal too much. When we go in, we went in very hard, and we didn't tell anybody about it because we wanted surprise. Who knows better about surprise than Japan? Okay? Why didn't you tell me about Pearl Harbor? Okay?
Why didn't you tell me about Pearl Harbor? He is signaling that, hey, it was an inside freaking job with the United States. Oh. Yeah, that's what he's signaling.
Okay.
Because, there was a depression, and it lingered on, and all these countries needed to make money. Was this? Isn't that kind of like what they're signaling right now? We're going to go to World War III with Iran. Iran is.
Just say it any way you want to. It doesn't matter.
I am. I ain't going to correct myself anymore.
No.
But yeah. Yeah. And I've said this here on the podcast a long time ago. You better do some research in World War II. Because they told you that Adolf Hitler died, that the Soviet Union killed him, but they wouldn't allow the American people to see the body.
Of course
Then he winds up in Argentina along with a whole bunch of Nazis. What do you have in what you call it, Ukraine? A whole bunch of Nazis. Yeah. All right, so Joe Kent last night. Did he ever do the Candace Owens interview?
I don't think he's done her podcast yet, but I was thinking about that, and personally, I think that he was the mole and he was getting information from her. If you go back, Kash Patel had actually stated, because they had went in and gotten records, but here we go. Kash Patel shuts down. This was published October 29th of last year. Kash Patel shuts down Charlie Kirk foreign intelligence probe and explosive feud with Trump's counter-terror chief, which is Joe Kent.
Yeah.
So I believe he's been giving her information.
Well, it wasn't just her. It was her, Tucker Carlson, Alex Jones, Steve Bannon.
Mm-hmm. His wife even. She works for Greystone.
Yep.
I think
let me see. So you got Miss Richie. There's another one. Who have you not heard from in a while? If you listen to a lot of podcasts, who have you not heard from in a while, Miss Richie? That shows up on Alex Jones, but not Steve Bannon's, but Tucker Carlson.
What, we haven't heard from Tucker Carlson in a while?
Mm-mm. Roger Stone.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Very true.
But he was feeding a lot of information, but don't take my word for it, because like Miss Gail just said, this was going on back from last year. So what you got, Maria Bartiromo?
Well, now there's Joe Kent, the U.S. counterterrorism official who resigned from his post earlier this week, reportedly now under investigation by the FBI. Shokasoni with the details. And Cheryl, I know that a year ago, Joe Kent said that Iran was a major problem in a Senate hearing, and he said they were the #1 sponsor of terrorism and they were against the United States. Something needs to be done about it. But he resigned this past week because he said he didn't agree with the war in Iran.
Absolutely. And then he published on X his resignation letter to the president. So, yes, he resigned over the ongoing conflict with Iran. But now, reportedly, according to Semaphore, he's under FBI investigation for leaking classified information. Now, the probe into his misconduct has reportedly been going on for months. So this predates his resignation. In a new interview, Kent is now alleging the United States was provided faulty intelligence from Israel before the war. We're going to follow this story for you, Maria.
Wow. Okay. I mean, you can't make that up.
No, you can't. He leaked the private meeting schedule that he had with Jewish Republicans and Tucker Carlson and Max Blumenthal, which Max Blumenthal owns the Greystone news outlet that Joe Kent's wife works for.
Yep. Well, did work for her.
Well, did, but she was employed there, and she'd done an article and authored books and stuff. But I don't know. It's all interconnected, truthfully, if you ask me. I think.
Oh, dude, this is a good one. Hang on. We're playing this one. We're going. Well, not. Yeah, we're going to play this one first. Hang on. I got to get back over here. Because somebody's freaking out.
Really?
Turning to some news that has broken since we've been on the air. Axios reporting that former director of the FBI, Jim Comey, has been subpoenaed in a wide-ranging grand conspiracy case against the ex-officials who investigated and some who would go on to prosecute Donald Trump. That's according to two sources with knowledge of that situation. The subpoena for Jim Comey was reportedly issued last week and relates to his alleged role in the drafting of a January 2017 intelligence community assessment concerning Russia's election interference that favored Donald Trump. This so-called grand conspiracy case is based in the Southern District of Florida, and it relies on the belief that officials who worked for President Barack Obama and later Joe Biden broke the law back then before they knew who would win the 2016 election to try to undermine Donald Trump from his 2016 election through his federal indictments in 2023.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a new one, folks, because I cannot stand the co. I cannot stand her. You talking about a CIA op? Ground zero, folks. Ground zero. What's up, OP? Ground zero.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this is what I think about whenever I hear about Candace Owens, Thomas Massey, all the above. Okay, and this is a good meme. This is a good one. This is a good one. Hang on. Get it right here. I wish it did. See, OBS, I just clicked one thing, bam, it's up there.
Our newest puppets are complete. Now we infiltrate MAGA from within. Good boys, my little puppets. Cheap, too.
I mean, can we Trump this? It's outrageous. Where you can be a freak on purpose. Do what they say, make sure it's worth it. Just don't look away when you betray that person. Say what they want long as the money keeps flowing. Smile for the crowd while the cameras keep rolling. Strings on your hands, but you swear you're working. Welcome to the daytime circus. Freak on purpose.
Welcome to the show. Let's discuss the economy. The media is spinning it. We must fight back.
Welcome to the daytime circus, where you can be a freak on purpose. Do what they say, make sure it's worth it. Just look away when you betray that person. Say what they want long as the money keeps flowing. Smile for the crowd while the cameras keep rolling. Strings on your hands, but you swear you're working. Welcome to the daytime circus, freak on purpose.
That was a good one.
They come out with some crazy memes. They truly do.
Yep. You know, my question is, hey, Megyn Kelly, when are you going to tell everybody how you got your real job over at Fox?
Good question.
Yeah. You see, I think they keep that cat population in check. Yeah, well, yeah, they do. Yeah, they got to keep that cat. Yeah. Dude, I tell you, this stuff runs deep, folks. It runs deep, and I don't know how she gonna do it because, I mean, then you got Megan Kelly coming out there. This is oh dadgummit. This was yesterday. The Fox News graphic merging the American flag and the Israel flag is absolutely disgusting to me.
Wow.
Now, I will say this. They merged it to the end of the American flag. Well, hell, I'll just show it to you. Show it. I don't know how it's going to show up here, but it's going to show up. All right, so y'all see that, right? I mean, well, I can take this off the screen right quick.
You can see it. I can't read it though.
But it doesn't matter what what it says. It's not. But yeah, yeah, that shouldn't be there. But I don't know. I have my mixed emotions about that kind of stuff. But she's downright just being anti-Semite. I mean,
What
have
do you
you
think?
seen it?
Why do you think she flipped that quick like that though? I mean, they're like the snap of the fingers. You know what I mean?
Money.
That's true.
I mean, yeah, and that's it. It's all about money. What are you talking about? Let me see. I was making fun conversation. I gotta go back and read. I get what you're saying, Miss Richie. I get what you're saying. But yeah, I mean, it's no harm, no foul. It's just a bunch of stuff going on, and it is what it is. So, all right, Miss Gail, take us on out of here, please.
Everyone, thank you for being here tonight. Pray for our country. Pray for our president. These are times where prayer is truly a way to fight back spiritually, because that's the only way we're actually going to win these wars. But keep